Hey, Alex, it's No Tech. How you doing? And this is the Chromebook Pixel, the original generation Chromebook Pixel. It's a grandpa now, considered in technology since it came out in 2013. But at the time, it was the most premium high-end Chromebook on the market. It has since been succeeded by the Chromebook Pixel 2, the other premium Chromebooks like the Dell Chromebook 13 and the HP G1, which are awesome Chromebooks in the market now. But, and there's a big but, this thing can be had now in 2016 brand new for about $350 to $400 from other retailers, secondary retailers. Is that worth it? If it's not worth it if you're looking for a premium Chromebook. That's what this review is going to be all about. Whether the Chromebook Pixel 2013 is worth a purchase in 2016, even after knowing the fact that we're not going to get Android apps to it. So, let's take a look after this. I'm going to go over some specs really quickly because I don't think specs play a huge part in the performance of this particular unit, but I do have the LTE version, which is a little more expensive with a little more storage than the Wi-Fi version. So we are looking at an Intel Core i5 dual-core 1.8 gigahertz CPU with an Intel HD 4000 graphics GPU, 4 gigabytes of memory, and 64 gigabytes of storage. The Wi-Fi version has 32 gigabytes of storage. For the enjoyment of your eyes, we are looking at a 12.85-inch screen that uses a 3 by 2 aspect ratio with a screen resolution of 2560 by 1700 with a PPI of 239. So this is a Quad HD, really clean screen, and a touchscreen that's protected by Corning Gorilla Glass. We are still looking at one of the nicest displays on any Chromebook to date. One pleasant surprise is actually the audio quality, which is really loud and clear and actually really nice to listen to when you're watching music videos or Netflix and stuff like that. The speakers are actually incorporated underneath the keyboard. Take a listen to it. The blast from the music is actually coming from the keyboard facing you, so it's in essence a front-facing kind of audio, and it gets really loud. In terms of performance, we are still getting a absolute pleasure to use with the Intel Core i5. The dual-core 1.8 gigahertz, while on paper sounds outmatched by the update from the Pixel. Now it's up to a 2.2 and also a 2.4 in the newer models. But you really can't notice too much of a difference when you're using Google Chrome. This is still one of the nicest, quickest ways to browse the internet. And I definitely still use this as my main driver to view online content. I've dabbled with using certain apps on the Chromebook Pixel, and although we aren't getting official support with Android apps, we still can use certain Android apps on the Pixel using ArcWilder in an assortment of different ways. For example, I have Adobe Lightroom on this current Pixel, and I can load it and I can function with it, and it does work pretty well with the Intel Core i5. I've also put emulators like the Game Boy Advance emulators from the Chrome Store, the actual Chrome Store. So it works, everything works fine. One thing that's highly underappreciated in the Chromebook market is ports. And so the Chromebook Pixel features a single port that I have not seen on any other Chromebook to date, and that is the mini display port. So the Chromebook Pixel has a mini display port that you can hook up to your Quad HD monitor or your 4K monitor, and you can get Quad HD output from the Chromebook Pixel using the mini display port. This is something that's not very popular in the Chromebook market because we don't get many high-resolution screens, so you don't really need that. HDMI is plenty enough to get 1080p on a monitor. When you go Quad HD or higher, you kind of need that mini display port. So this is really neat that it gives you a mini display port. So is the Chromebook Pixel original generation worth a purchase in 2016? That is still a very tough question to answer. And I know it sounds like a bailout, which I am not coping out. I'm going to tell you what I would do. But it really depends on what you're using it for, what you want out of it. And I will tell you what you are going to get from the Chromebook Pixel original generation, and that is a awesome build quality. You're still getting one of the best build quality on any Chromebooks you can get in the market today. In fact, the Chromebook Pixel 2 basically looks and feels just like the Chromebook Pixel 1, except with just updated internals. So that's definitely a great thing to know, since you're getting basically a device that can often be mistaken for the second generation one. Another thing you're getting is a terrific keyboard. So the keyboard is backlit. You're not going to get a lot of backlit keyboards on Chromebooks, so that's definitely an awesome thing. And the trackpad. The glass trackpad on this Chromebook Pixel is still one of the best, if not the best, Chromebook trackpads you can get. So it's gesture supported, it feels nice and smooth. This contributed with the trackpad and the keyboard. Those are awesome things for the build quality, so you're definitely not skipping out on that. You're also getting, check this out, a touchscreen. You're getting a touchscreen. So for this price point, you're getting a touchscreen. That's something that you're not going to get on other Chromebooks. You have to upgrade for a touchscreen on the Dell. And the HP G1, I believe, doesn't even have a touchscreen option. So you're getting a touchscreen. And I know a lot of people, to a lot of people, a touchscreen isn't a big deal and they don't really care about it. But I thought the same way. I used to feel the same way. But after using this for a long period of time, oh my gosh, I reach for the screen on my MacBook all the time now, or even stupidly onto my desktops. I always reach for the screen now because I'm spoiled by this. This is just so easy to do. And, you know, a lot of people say Chrome isn't optimized for touchscreens, but hey, you know, it's very convenient, and I still use it all the time, so definitely awesome to have. What you're not going to get from this device is good battery life. You're going to get really bad battery life, even if it's a brand new unit. So 4 hours is basically what you should expect to get before you have to plug it in. It's not that great. It's been like that since it came out. It's notoriously bad. It's known for its bad battery life. And it gets pretty warm. It gets pretty warm right here. So if you have it in your lap, it will heat up. But other than that, you're getting a very good experience here. So, personally, if you ask me whether in 2016 right now, if I didn't have this, and I was going to go out and look for a Chromebook, should I buy this for $400 over something like the other ones? The answer is no. No, I would not. I would not buy this right now, and here is why. I am a big fan of Android and Chrome OS. I want it merged. I really like Remix OS, and I always want Android apps on my Chromebooks. I've always wanted that, and we're finally getting that, but my original Chromebook Pixel will not get it. So that is a deal breaker, period. That's why I cannot support you purchasing this if you're interested in using Android apps on this device. However, if Android apps aren't that big of a deal to you and you are literally using this to get on the web, to type articles, to use it for school, for note-taking and stuff like that, this is still the best way to get on the web. I still reach for this over any other computer, any other laptop or tablet. I literally pull this out, and you saw that. I just flip up the screen, and it's ready to go for me to browse the internet, or to watch videos, or to watch Netflix or whatever. And it's a Quad HD screen too. Also, it's a Quad HD screen, so you're getting a crazy great screen for $400. But I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it because Android apps are a deal breaker. No Android apps are a deal breaker for me. I need the Android apps, and I want the Android apps. And thinking ahead, it might not be a good buy for people who want the Android apps. So yeah, that's my opinion on the matter. And it's not easy for me to say that because I do love this device. This is one of my favorite devices of all time. I know I say that a lot about other things, but I really do like this Chromebook Pixel a lot. So I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade to something else. Maybe the Pixel 2. So my name is Alex from Sympnotech. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. Hopefully it's helpful to those of you who are in this dilemma I'm back in the dilemma now that they announced that we're not getting Android apps on this. So be sure to subscribe, like our videos, and check out our social media because we are going to be back with a lot of other videos, and stay tuned to watch them. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.